Welcome to another one of my trip reports. Today, I will be flying with Jetstar on their inaugural A321NEO service to Cairns. Today's trip report began at the Hotel Inn at Melbourne Airport. I arrived in Melbourne 6 hours earlier and needed a place to stay as close to Melbourne Airport as possible for this morning's flight. Therefore, I decided to stay at this hotel, which was nice but nothing special. If you have a layover at Melbourne Airport, I recommend this hotel as it is approximately 10 minutes walk from each of the terminals, and if you book early, has a reasonable price. When I checked into the hotel, a free shuttle service to the terminals was offered, which I graciously accepted. A couple of minutes later, we pulled into the drop-off zone just outside of Terminal 3. Terminal 4 is a short walk away, however at this time of the day, the walk was extremely painful due to the low temperatures.
Thanks, man.
Bad mother!
Melbourne Airport has 4 terminals, and depending on which airline you are flying will determine what terminal you depart from. Terminal 4 to the south serves Jetstar, Rex and Air North. Terminal 3 is for Virgin Australia, Terminal 2 is international, and Terminal 1 to the north is for Qantas and Qantas Link flights. Jetstar has many check-in kiosks available, and it took no time at all for me to find a vacant one. After a quick and easy check-in, I dropped in my bags at the bag drop zones, which were equally easy. Security and the departure hall are located upstairs, so after check-in, turn around and head up the yellow escalators. Security at Melbourne Airport were very friendly, especially for this hour, and were also curious about my camera handle, which prompted an extra security check. Whilst my bag was going through the X-ray machine, I learned from the security that the flaps are made out of lead, limiting radiation exposure. I thought they were made out of plastic. You learn something new every day. Terminal 4 has a wide range of food outlets and plenty of space to relax. There are 3 jet bridges and 19 remote gate stands. I found a quiet place to sit and wait, which conveniently gave me a great view of this morning's aircraft. As most Jetstar flights board from gates 41 to 52, make sure you give yourself enough time to walk to your gate, as each way is around 10 minutes. Upon arriving at my gate, I quickly joined the queue for boarding. Boarding today commenced at gate number 43.
Very excited for this one. Thank you, darling.
Boarding today gave me an excellent view of today's aircraft, which is an Airbus A321NEO LR, registered in Victor Hotel, Oscar Foxtrot Echo. This aircraft is brand new and arrived in Melbourne 13 days previously from Hamburg in Germany, after making 2 stops in Perth and Mumbai, India. The aircraft has 232 seats in an all-economy layout, with rows 1, 18, 19 and 29 being emergency exit rows in a 3-3 configuration. Today I will be seated in 11 Foxtrot. The seat has 29 inches of pitch and 18 inches of width. There is a tray table that folds down and extends. There is a safety card, menu and air sickness bags in the back of the seat. In front is a USB port and device holder that folds down and has a little hook at the top for larger devices, such as iPads. There is also a cup holder in the device holder. Above are individual air vents, reading lights and flight attendant call buttons. Did I mention the additional space for the luggage in the bins above?
Hello again. We want you to have a safe and enjoyable flight. So please listen closely while we take you through the safety requirements for our Airbus A321NEO. Your crew are highly trained to help keep you safe. So make sure you listen to and follow their instructions. As we get underway, please make sure your personal electronic devices are in a flight-safe mode, or otherwise completely switched off. Electronic devices should not be placed into seatback holders for takeoff. Unplug any cables from the seat in front. Your carry-on baggage and larger electronic devices should now be placed either under the seat in front of you or in an overhead locker. Check that your seat back is upright, your tray table is stowed away, your armrest is lowered, and your window shade is open. The seatbelt sign above you will be illuminated whenever you must have your seatbelt fastened. To fasten your seatbelt, clip the buckle and clasp, and pull on the loose strap to tighten. Undo the seatbelt by lifting the buckle flap. The seatbelt is most effective when worn low, tight, and throughout the entire flight. Make sure you're familiar with the brace position best suited to your seat. The onboard safety instruction card in your seat pocket shows pictures of your brace position along with other important safety information. The A321NEO has 10 emergency exits, which we'll now show you. 2 at the front, 4 over the wing, 2 behind the wing, and 2 at the back of the cabin. Lights will illuminate, showing you the path to follow to these exits. If we need to leave the aircraft quickly, taking your personal items with you will slow you down, so please leave everything behind. If a mask like this appears from above you, pull it down firmly to start a supply of oxygen. Quickly put it over your mouth and nose and breathe normally. Keep the mask in place by fitting and tightening the strap, and then help others around you. There is a life jacket located in a pouch under your seat. If it's required, remove the life jacket from the pouch, place it over your head, pass the strap around your back, clip it at the front, and then pull on the loose strap to tighten. Only inflate your life jacket as you leave the aircraft by pulling down on the red tag. You can top up your life jacket by blowing into this mouthpiece. The life jacket also has a whistle and a light to attract attention. There are emergency escape and flotation devices accessible from each exit, and life rafts at the rear of the aircraft. By law, you must not tamper with or remove any aircraft equipment unless authorised. You must comply with any instructions from our crew and any signs that you see on board. Smoking is not permitted anytime, anywhere on board the aircraft, including in the bathrooms. It's our pleasure to have you on board with us today, and we hope you have an enjoyable flight. Thanks for listening.
We commenced our taxi to runway 34 via Yankee, Alpha and Juliet. Now please enjoy this unedited takeoff footage. Flight time today is 3 hours and 20 minutes, covering a distance of 1,486 miles or 2,391 kilometers, cruising at flight level 340 and flight level 360. After takeoff, the right side of the aircraft were treated to a beautiful sunrise over the mountains. And whilst climbing, we flew by Shepparton and the MURRUMBRIDGE River. As it was early morning, I bought the previous day a muffin and a hot chocolate deal. However, it was replaced with a chocolate loaf, which was equally delicious. After crossing the border, we flew by Lake BREWSTER in New South Wales. Unfortunately, we hit a spot of turbulence, which the captain asked all passengers and crew to be seated, which lasted about 45 minutes. Being allowed access to the bathrooms again, I made my way to the forward bathroom, which is larger than the A320 or 737 bathrooms, but not nearly as large as the A330s. This aircraft has 3 bathrooms, 2 at the back and 1 at the front. They're pretty typical, with nothing special inside. Prior to descent, we passed by Burdekin River near Townsville, and the first officer came over the PA and introduced himself as Captain Kenobi.
Hello there.
Soon, we commenced our descent into Cairns. Now please, enjoy this unedited landing footage.
Thank you for flying with us today through to Cairns. Firstly, Jetstar would like to acknowledge traditional custodians of this land. Also like to pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging. Once again, thank you for choosing to fly with Jetstar today and joining us on the first ever flight for our brand new A321NEO. Do hope you have enjoyed the flight and look forward to seeing you next time you choose to travel. Thank you and good morning.
We taxied back to the domestic terminal via Bravo 4, Bravo, Charlie 3 and Charlie to gate 19. Before exiting, I respectively asked if I could film the cockpit, and I was given the go-ahead by Captain Kenobi.
I'm Luke. Nice to meet you.
Hey Luke, how you going?
So, this is new. The best jobs in the world. Alrighty.
Can I just speak?
Of course you can.
Here is a quick comparison between the A321 and the A321NEO. A few pointers: the engines on the NEO, which stands for New Engine Option, are far more efficient and 50% quieter. The new sharklet wingtips reduce wake turbulence and increase fuel efficiency. The addition of 4 overwing exits and the removed forward wing exits increase the speed of evacuation. And what you can't see, the larger fuel tanks, which increase the aircraft's range to 7,800 kilometers. So what are my thoughts on this inaugural flight? I recently discovered, somewhere on the internet, that Jetstar's inaugural service was going to be this flight. I looked on the Jetstar's website and found it. Without hesitation, I booked the flight. Despite not being quite what I expected for an inaugural flight, I still enjoyed the service and the quieter aircraft. Whilst Jetstar has not stated which routes the aircraft will be used on, I suspect that they will be used for flights to Japan, New Zealand, Fiji and other international destinations, as well as Sydney and Brisbane to Perth. The aircraft's range is so far that it is capable of flying Osaka, Japan to the Gold Coast. Despite all this, I would avoid flying on this aircraft on long-haul flights, as the seats would get uncomfortable in comparison to their 787s. The aircraft is nice for short-haul flights up to 4 hours, but any further than that, I would consider this to be uncomfortable. The crew were very excited about their new aircraft, as was I. Overall, an excellent first flight with this new aircraft type, and I look forward to flying on it again soon. I hope you enjoyed this trip report. Please like, comment and subscribe if you enjoy my videos, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Now, enjoy the final footage I have of the aircraft flying back to Melbourne. See you later!